In this video, we're going to go over exactly why your e-commerce brand's email flows need to be longer, what you're trying to accomplish by making them longer, what points you need to be hitting within these flows, the recommended flow length for each of the 10, 11, 12 flows. I forget how many we have in this video. And we're going to talk about the picture frame philosophy on how your customers start to understand your brand image and the philosophy of your brand, what you guys are all about. So if you stay to the end of this video, you're going to understand why your flows need to be longer, how long they need to be, and what to put in your flows to make sure that you are hitting all the necessary points in the customer journey so that you are converting as many people with your email marketing flows for your e-commerce brand so that you can maximize your profits and stop wasting money on ads that are not converting everyone that goes to your website, and that you can continue to build a profitable back end for your e-commerce brand. So let's get right into it. And the first thing I wanted to show is, if you haven't seen the video that I posted last week, go ahead and check it out right up there. I'll put it in the top left. This email marketing, the ecom email marketing value ladder is a big thing. And so you're spending all this money on meta ads and Google ads. You're maybe doing some organic traffic or SEO. You have UGC, influencer marketing. It's all going to your store. In order to increase the chance that the customer converts, you need to keep them in your funnel as long as possible until they convert. And so you need to ascend your customer through your email marketing funnel once they've opted into your list. And this is going to get them in through the opt-in. You have a pop-up, you have the welcome series, site abandonment, browse abandonment, cart abandonment, checkout, all the way until they're sold. And as you keep them in this funnel, what your goal is to increase the perceived value of your product, of your brand, and to build more trust with your customers so that they know they should be buying this product from you. And so you think about, if you sell something that someone can get at the convenience store down the street, why would someone choose to inconvenience themselves, buy from you online? So they're in store, they're in Walmart or Target or wherever they shop, Costco, Sam's Club, if you're in the States. Why would someone walk past an alternative option, go back home, go to their phone, go online, type in your website, and purchase from your brand, knowing that they could have just bought it at the store and got it right then, right now, and maybe debatably even a little bit cheaper? And so you need to be hitting certain things in your funnel, in your flows, so that you can maximize time in the flow, but also for the point of increasing your chances of converting them. And so obviously, if someone converts right here in the welcome flow, they're already sold, so you don't have to skip through all these steps. And so that's what I mean by kind of, that's one point of why your flows need to be longer. And so some other points on why your flow should be longer. Well, consumers want to understand who they're buying from, especially nowadays, especially in the state of the market and economy that we're in. People are out of all the COVID relief money. They are no longer, like, everything's not booming right now. And what they're doing is they're being more conscious about where they're spending their money online, especially with everything nowadays as far as health and scanning QR codes to see what, the product's made out of, where it's sourced from, specifically like supplements or whole food type products, those kind of things. But also just understanding who they're buying from. People are, at the end of the day, buying from other people. So if you can show why they should be buying from you so they can understand who they're buying from, that's going to be a big factor in whether they convert with you or not. Consumers also want to understand what exactly they're buying. So I kind of touched on that there, but where did it come from? How is it made? What is it made from? What is it made with? Who's making it? Where are the people making it? What kind of conditions are they making it in? Is it handmade? Is it this? Is it that? Where's it sourced from? So all of these things are a big factor in the consumer's mind when they're going through this buying process. You also need to handle the objections that they might have. You need to answer their frequently asked questions. If your welcome flow isn't answering the top 3 questions that you get asked every single time before someone purchases, if they are asking questions, then you're doing something wrong there. You're leaving money on the table because you're not giving them the full picture. You need to paint the picture of their desired outcome. If you sell a supplement, for example, or anything that, like, the idea is a healthier life, you need to sell the healthier life. You're selling an identity change. At the end of the day, as an e-commerce brand, you're in the identity game. So you're not just selling a product that is, a tangible thing that they can hold. You're selling the life that that brings. And so that goes back to something I say often. I forget where I saw this from, but maybe I saw it originally on a Daniel Fazio coaching call. But you need to sell the painkiller, not the vitamin. And so, like, are you a nice to have type product, or are you a must have, you need this right now type product? And you can create that out of anything really by selling the identity change that your product brings and the desired outcome of what you're trying to sell to these people. So if who's your market, what's their desired outcome? How do you come into play with that with your product? And that's what you need to be touching on in these flows. So you also need several touch points throughout the past 2-3 years. You need more touch points with a customer in order to get them to convert if they didn't convert right away on the ad. And so when someone, you spend $50 to acquire a customer on your website, or let's just say you spend ad spend to get them on your website. And, if you're in the top 10% of Shopify conversion rates, you're doing 5.26% conversion rates on your site, which is really awesome. What happens to the other 94, 96, no public math here on the channel. But what happens to the other 96% of people? Well, you either capture, 8 to 12% of those people with a pop-up and you can market to them. And the rest of the people, you're just, hoping that they get retargeting ads or find you on social media or see you on a TikTok. And so you need more touch points with a customer, especially as time continues on. The sales cycle for an e-commerce customer is only getting longer and longer depending on what you sell. And so we need to have these into place so that we're hitting all the touch points that our customers need us to hit. So they also need a good amount of social proof. People are more than ever aware that most brands have fake reviews on their website. So building things like your Trustpilot, building things like your Google My Business reviews, building things like, it's different type of reviews or social proof, showing UGC. That's also a big one where it's like, maybe they got paid for this, but you need to show enough social proof to where they believe that, hey, this brand actually is really awesome. Like if they see 1 or 2 reviews, it's a little different than seeing, a video of someone's like, hey, this product changed my life, or this supplement allowed me to go to the gym and lose 55 pounds. And now look at this before and after picture of me. Like I'm posting this, not them. This is so great. They're not paying me to say this. Or just like plain raw, like Facebook comments, like people like, oh my God, like I love this product when I tried it, and they're commenting on your ads. Those kind of things are super, super valuable. And this is all the things that the customers need. And so what we're trying to do is give ourselves more opportunities to convert the customers so that we can make more revenue, more profit through your email marketing flows. And so what are we actually trying to accomplish in these flows specifically? And so, like I mentioned, you have these pre-purchase flows here, your welcome series, site abandonment, browser abandonment, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout. And like I said, go watch that video I mentioned earlier to see exactly what you should put in each of these flows and how each one of those is increasing the perceived value and trust with your brand. But we'll go over a little bit of it today, and then I highly suggest you watch that video. So what we're looking at here is you need to be building trust throughout all of your flows. People need to be understanding that you are a trusted brand, that people trust you, that they should trust you. And most people, they do research nowadays, but they still trust, they, still looking to the brand to basically convince them that you're trustworthy. And so you need to be doing that in your flows. You also need to be showing authority and status. So if you are featured in, Forbes magazine or, all these other, publications, that shows your authority. If you have celebrities that endorse your brand or use your brand, this is showing your status and authority within your niche. And that is super important. If you're a supplement brand, you have an athlete that is competing at the, peak performance of their sport, and you have them featuring, or like your product is featured in one of their ads, or they do an ad for you, that is something that shows status and authority. You can also just give massive amounts of social proof in these emails throughout these flows. You need to be giving a lot of social proof. That is super, super huge. I see a lot of brands not using enough social proof, even though they have it. And that's a huge mistake, and it really affects your conversions. You also need to build belief in what you sell actually works, which is also kind of a play on the social proof there. You need to be, let's say your claim to fame is that the claim of your product is that we will do, we will help you metabolize your food faster. And so you're like a supplement in that way. You need to show proof and science in the educational part that will allow them to believe that your product actually works. You can't just say, hey, our product does this and hope everybody trusts that. Some people will, some people won't. But you need to cater to the people who won't, because that's probably majority of the people. They're not just going to believe the headline that they saw one time. You want to show the features, the facts, the science behind it. You want to mix in offers in these flows as well. You don't want to just constantly bore them with a bunch of offers. So you want to mix in content. You want to mix in these other things, the building of the trust, the authority, social proof, building belief, and then mix in an offer every now and then to keep them on their toes. You also want to get them to like you, whether that's through sending emails from the head of research or the lead customer support representative, or also just sending humor. From the founder, humor type emails work really well. Just from the founder in general, plain text emails work well. These are things that will get them to like you. One of the brands that does this really, really well is like Dr. Squatch, or Bird Dogs. They have some really funny type marketing. For Bird Dogs, they're marketing to like the frat guys, and so they use that crude humor in their emails to keep people interested, and to get them to like that brand. So now they feel like I like that brand. Why? Well, I don't know. They're kind of funny. Their marketing's cool. That's something that you can do and that you want to try to accomplish in these flows as well. You also need to speak to where they are at in the buying journey. So going back up to here, I see this all the time. Like brands will talk to their welcome series people the same way they will talk to their abandoned checkout people. And that is so wrong. This person's so close to converting. And, if someone is here in the buying journey, they just need a slight push. They need to be reminded of what they added to their cart. They need to be reminded that you have a 30-day guarantee, that you have a 60-day trial period, that you have your special that you source straight from Italy. Those kind of things need to be shown to that kind of customer versus someone who's in the welcome flow. They don't even know who you are yet. So like, who are you? How do you get them to this point? How do you keep pushing them through the funnel? How do you show them your brand history, your best sellers? You give them a discount so they can probably convert straight away through the discount. If they don't, maybe they just go one step further and keep going and going. But how are you doing this? Well, you need to talk to them where they're at in their buying journey. Understand that someone who's abandoned cart or abandoned checkout understands who you are enough to the fact that they added something to their cart and they were going to purchase. So what are the objections? Shipping objections, time delays as far as how long is it going to take? Is shipping free? What if I order one more thing? Is shipping free? Those are the kind of things. Was the payment secure? Did I have to make an account on the website? If I did, then I probably won't purchase. These things are super important to speak to them where they're at in the buying journey so that your messaging resonates so much more with them. You also need to show some scarcity. It's super powerful. Not a lot of brands do this. I see some brands who have like, we only have 9 items left in stock and they have that on their website. If you're sending, like, show that in the emails. Show that in the emails and get them to understand that this is limited. This is limited edition. Show them that you only have 9 left in stock. Get some scarcity going. That's super powerful as far as a conversion mechanism. Show why your brand's different. So like, what is different about you? And you kind of do this through building trust and authority, but you can also make it super specific on, hey, us versus them. Like, why are we different than the leading competitor in the space? Call them out if you want to. Don't be scared to be bold with your marketing if you do truly believe that you are better and that you are actually better. Don't just believe you are and then say like, oh, like our product's so much more helpful. And then it's like, I looked at the facts and it actually, the nutritional facts say it's not better. Don't be like Prime energy drink saying you're a healthy energy drink, sports drink, and then your energy drink's actually not good. So why is your brand different? What do you do differently? Why would they purchase from you versus your competitor? And then show them the risk reversals that you have. Like I mentioned, the 60-day guarantees, the money backs, the warranties, the lifetime warranties, manufacturing warranties against defects. Show them exactly why there's no risk of purchasing now because they can have the option to change their mind later. But you're so confident in the fact that they're going to like your product that you're willing to do those things. You're willing to give them free shipping and show them that, like, hey, if you don't like it after 30 days, send it back. We don't mind. We'll even pay for you to send it back. Just buy now and it's risk-free. And so the best way to explain why your flows need to be longer is something I call the picture frame philosophy. I learned this from one of my first mentors about how customers see your business. And so think about it like this. So your customer when they first hear about you, they don't really know who you are. And so with your email flows, what you're doing is you're giving them pieces of information so that they can put the pieces of the puzzle or the puzzle pieces into the picture frame, and they can start to build this picture of who you are as a brand. And then one of these pieces is going to convert them. We just don't know which one it is. And so we need to give them all that we know is possible for us to give, and specifically do it in the right times throughout these email automations, like the welcome flow versus the abandoned checkout. And you need to hit all these points so they can put the pieces into the puzzle, into the picture frame, and can inform this picture of your brand. Some people need the puzzle like fully built before they purchase. Some people just need a piece or two. Some people value one piece of the puzzle a lot more than they value the other. So when you send emails out, let's say you send an email that showcases your unique selling propositions, and so they drag that over here. Maybe that wasn't enough. Maybe they wanted to see what you sell. So now you have a product highlight in there. Maybe they didn't convert yet. So maybe you send them some reviews and they put that piece there. And now they're starting to form kind of a picture. They're kind of understand your brand a little more. It's not the perfect puzzle pieces here, but you get the point. Maybe they want to figure out how to actually use the product first. And so you throw an email about that. Maybe they want to hear about your founder and his story. So you get a message from them. Maybe you want to hear more about your actual brand story. So you start to fill up your puzzle pieces, us versus them. You show some best sellers. We're kind of running out of pieces here. There was only so many options, right? But so then you do a myth versus facts, things that you might think are true but are actually not true. Then you show some more reviews, and then you get in here and you show some risk reversals. So why is it safe to buy? Like the 30-day guarantees. Look, here's one: 30-day risk-free. Founder story. What's the story of the founder? You start to fill out these puzzle pieces. Discount. You throw a discount in there. Boom. Maybe they converted. But maybe they converted after they saw some reviews. Maybe they converted after they do a product highlight. Or maybe they converted right when you did the USPs. Maybe they still haven't converted yet. Maybe after the discount, they still didn't convert. So maybe you show that you were in Forbes magazine. Maybe you show a behind the scenes of exactly how your product's made. And then they start to see this puzzle form in their mind of like who your brand is. When they buy from you, this also creates really strong word of mouth, because now they're excited about who you are as a brand, and they're almost prideful that they've purchased this thing from you. And so they understand your story. They understand that it's risk-free when they bought. So they don't have any buyer's remorse. You sent them how to use the product. So your buyer's remorse is also reduced. You understand that, oh, if 50 out of 55 people gave this product a 5-star, then odds are it's going to be really good. So you're going in with the expectation that it's probably going to be good. And then that sets the tone for when you get it. You're like, yeah, this is actually pretty good. You know that you've told them, like, this is what most people think about this, but this is actually not true. Here's the facts. And now it's like, cool, when I get this product, I don't have those thoughts because I know they're myths, not facts. You show best sellers. Now they understand what other options that you have. So if they really like this, they know what else you offer and that they might come back and buy. So you see how this picture frame is being formed, and it's all being formed by just sending emails to your customers. And so that's through campaigns, but specifically in this video through flows. And so each email you send is adding a puzzle piece to the picture frame so they can understand who you are as a brand and they can get the full picture. And like I said, maybe someone converts here, maybe someone converts here, maybe someone converts right here after email 1. And so that's what we're trying to accomplish here. And that's really the main thing that I wanted to get across with why your email flows should be longer. And so let's talk exactly why, or exactly how long your email flows should be. So the recommended flow length for, what do we have here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 flows here. Your site abandonment flow should be roughly 2 emails. Browse abandonment, 3 to 7 emails. You can also throw an SMS in there. Abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, 4 to 7 emails. Also throw an SMS in there. Welcome flow, you can have 2 separate flows here. You can do 2 SMSs and a specific SMS welcome flow. And you can also throw 8 to 12 emails into the actual email flow. This is what I'm talking about. You need 8 to 12 touch points with someone if they haven't purchased after email 6. Why haven't they purchased? Maybe you need to answer FAQs, USPs, bestsellers, product highlights, more information about the brand, message from the founder, post purchase, 5 to 10 plus emails. This can be as long as necessary. Some brands have 90-day post purchase journeys. Some brands have a whole year post purchase journey. If you purchase, give them all the information. Treat them as if they are now your most valued person, because they are. A customer is more valued than a non-buyer, because most of the time, if your brand's set up in a way where you can get repeat purchases, a customer is worth more than a non-buyer. So you need to be treating these people as such. Send them an SMS when they get their order or after they order. VIB flow, 5 to 8 emails long. Customer win back, 4 to 10. Sunset unengaged, 1 to 2 emails. Replenishment reminder, 4 to 6, depending on how frequently they should be replenishing. Birthday gift reminder, 4+ emails. Really can be as long as you want it, but it's almost like a campaign sales strategy where you send, 2-3 emails hyping it up, or 2 emails hyping it up, an email of their on their birthday, and then a reminder that like 48 hours later, like your code is gonna expire. But you have a whole birthday week. It's your birthday week. Remind them of that. So that's what I would recommend as far as flow length. And this is going to allow you more touch points so that you can have the time to build trust, to show authority, to give social proof, to build belief, to mix in offers, scarcity, talk to them about where they're at in their buying journey, get them to like you, show how your brand's different, and show your risk reversals, and help them paint the picture that you want them to think of when they think about your brand. So you need to build this puzzle for them and give them the pieces to put it together for themselves until they convert. And this is why that, like, the email marketing value ladder here is so important, because you need to be ascending these people through your funnel when they come through ads. And so if you're talking to these people the same where they're at in the welcome flow versus the abandoned checkout, it's not going to work as well. You need to be increasing your perceived value and trust and speaking to where they're at in the buying journey in every flow. And you can do this using all the ideas I showed you in this video. And so hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully this was valuable. Like I mentioned, go watch this video about the email marketing value ladder, because I go specifically into what you should have in your welcome flow, what you should have in your site abandonment flow, what points you should be hitting to increase your perceived value and trust with your customers. And kind of exactly why, a further explanation on why your flow should be longer, but more so about the technical things of this should be in this flow and here's why. And so definitely watch that video next if you haven't already, and make sure you like, comment below. If you want to hear more about something specific, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of these weekly trainings that I'm doing. Posting 3 videos a week right now, so we will keep them coming. Hopefully these are valuable. Take care, and make sure you like the video.